So we got update version 6.0.0 in Smash Brothers.
Yes.
I just downloaded it 1 second ago and screwed around with Terry for 2 seconds.
Yes. Well, the big thing about version 6.0.0 is that Terry Bogard is now available.
Will, who's Terry Bogard?
Terry Bogard is the main character of the Fatal Fury series. Fatal Fury is, of course, a fighting game series created by SNK, and characters from that game also appeared in their annual fighting tournament video game, The King of Fighters. Terry Bogard is the main character of Fatal Fury, and he has also appeared in all the King of Fighters games. He's basically SNK's Ryu.
We got big, like 45-minute freaking presentation from Sakurai himself.
Yes.
Talking about the update and Terry and all that nonsense.
Did you watch that?
I watched, so I listened to a lot of it.
I watched some of it. I was skipping around a lot.
Did you hear his comment about Mai?
Yes.
I figure we would get to that in a little bit.
So let's go through the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have a thing for it?
For Terry?
Yes.
I can get that.
Well, we have the whole update, but it starts with Terry.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Did you play as Terry, AJ? I played as him for like
wow.
2 seconds, but not enough to like. I like him, but I need to play with him a lot more to get all of his nuances and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like he could definitely be like a fun character to play as. I just, I only played him for like literally a minute.
So I played a few hours mostly against him. I played with him for like a couple matches.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I played against him. I think he's good, probably high tier, not like broken or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's probably the best one out of the traditional fighters. Like he's up there, like he's above Ken. Ryu's probably the worst one out of those three. He has some stuff. He's complicated.
Wait, you'd rate Ken and Ryu differently?
Yeah, I would say Ken is better than Ryu.
Why?
In that because Ken has a kill confirm. That is a lot easier to get. And also just how their moves work, like their hitboxes. Ken's better.
What is the kill confirm?
His up B.
Is Shoryuken?
Shoryuken. Yeah.
That is better than Ryu's Shoryuken.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it's stronger. It has more knockback.
Why? It should be the same.
That's how it works, man.
That shouldn't be how it works at all.
Some
it's
echoes
Echo Fighter.
Yeah, Echo Fighters. That's why Echo Fighters are so like nebulous. Because the thing is, like, some of them have absolutely no differences, but Ken and Ryu have a lot.
Yeah, doesn't Richter have like a stronger whip than Simon?
No.
Okay.
He's one of them they're pretty much the same. They have one difference, and that is in their holy fire.
Okay.
The energy type is different.
Yeah.
With Simon, his is fire, and then with Richter, his is like an energy, like a plasma sort of situation.
Right.
So I play with him for a little bit. I like him a lot. I think I just like humanoid characters.
Yeah.
But and his recovery is trash.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it super is.
No, it's not.
How is it not? It's so bad. He doesn't. He can get. He has to be. Good, man. He has to be super accurate on that ledge in order to grab it.
No, because he can do multiple things to recover. His down B, you can get back to the stage.
Yeah, his down B I didn't even do.
You can get back to the stage, and his up B, you can get back to
the stage. How I always, whenever there's a new character, you shut the hell up. Whenever there's a new character, I will, try everything out. And then I'll like see somebody else play it, or I'll make the CPU play it, and I'll be like, what's that move?
Yeah.
There's always something I forget.
Yeah.
And for him, it was the down B. I watched Will do it. I was like, what the hell's that move?
Yeah.
But that's like Incineroar's one of his recoveries.
Yeah.
And that's not I don't think that's a good recovery. He friggin' SDs all the time, you know?
Yeah, but you can do more after that. With Incineroar, you have to cancel it for Incineroar. There's ways to recover. If you're just doing it as like, oh, my up B is the move that's supposed to get me back to the ledge, then you'll probably die. But there's multiple things that you're supposed to do first. It's kind of like Banjo. Like people that don't understand how to get back to back to the stage with Banjo don't know that you can up B and then jump. See,
this is part of why I need to figure out all of his little nuances and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because
you're used to like with Falcon, when you up B, you're done. Like,
that's all I got. I can either side B or up B, and that's it.
Right.
Well, one of the unique things about Terry, according to this article from Polygon, his biggest strength becomes available once his damage goes above 100%. At that point, Terry can use his super special moves. These abilities are high risk, high reward attacks that might allow you to turn the momentum of the match around, even if it looks hopeless. So once you get over 100% in damage, you actually become more powerful. Like you can use more powerful moves to try and like help you gain the upper hand again. That's interesting.
And you can combo into those too.
Yeah.
Or at least one of them.
I think Lucario is the only other one I know where like as your damage goes up, your attacks get stronger.
Oh, the rage.
There's a universal mechanic called rage that all characters do that. It's a little bit different with Lucario because it stacks. He has aura. This is something even more separate from that. It's kind of like, Little Mac has the KO punch.
Yeah.
It's like a gimmick like that, where if he gets to a certain percent, you get super specials.
How does it compare to the rage move in Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe?
This is how we have to speak to Will when we talk about Smash Bros. So he's got his like you can pull off some of his moves like you would in his own fighting games, like the down diagonal right, and A will do like one of his friggin' moves. But the same move you can do by just pressing forward and B, it looks like.
But with those, it's stronger or it goes farther, or
it's more powerful if you use the button input from the game.
That's much what like Will was saying.
Much like with Ryu and Ken, if you do the actual Hadouken button input from Street Fighter, it's more powerful.
That's annoying. Because I want to play them like in Smash. I don't want to. I mean, people who like play these King of Fighters games would probably want to play it like they would in those games.
Yeah, like when I play as Ryu and Ken, when I'm going to do a Hadouken, it's quarter circle A. It's not like, left A or whatever the hell it is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. What's his down, back, forward move?
Down, back.
I was trying to figure that out.
That I'm not sure.
Is that because I'm thinking of it in specials. Like I wasn't even bothering with that when I actually used him.
Yeah.
Is that his like back special? Because you know how he has two side specials. So
that
now
might
it's
be
like forward special and back special.
That might be his back special. Yeah, that's annoying that his back special moves him forward.
Yeah.
That's hard to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
What I do really like is that he's always facing the opponent.
Yeah, that's good.
Like
which is going to be a problem when you have multiple people on
screen. Well, Ryu and Ken always face your opponent.
Yeah, I don't think it does that with when it's multiple.
Right.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do that. But Ryu and Ken, when it's one-on-one, they face their opponent.
My problem is that sometimes I just don't know which way I'm facing.
Right.
And then I just Falcon kick off stage, So
True.
That seems like something that could very much help me.
The thing I don't like about that mechanic, just as somebody that fights against them, is it lets people spam moves because it's just like, oh, I can spam down tilt and I'll turn around when you go behind me. It's like that kind of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
But his down tilt doesn't seem like it's the same as like Ryu and Ken.
It's almost like you could play it like a real fighting game now.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a Mortal Kombat character.
No.
Maybe.
I don't know. The rumor is Doomslayer is next.
Yeah, there's no way.
If Doomslayer does come, then yes, there's a chance we'll get a Mortal Kombat character.
I don't think there's any way we're getting Doomslayer.
No, there's no way in hell we're getting Doomslayer.
After Bayo, man, all possibilities are open, unless you're not a good boy or girl.
Yeah.
So this also comes with his stage, which is that King of Fighters stage.
I hate his stage. It's stupid.
So it's just a ring.
Yeah.
It's just a regular flat ring.
Yeah.
But the walls, there's invisible walls.
Yes, I forgot which game Sakurai said that's from. One of the Fatal Furies has, like, the stages are walled off. Mm-hmm. But you can break through the wall and give your opponent a ring out. So they implemented that into this version of the stage.
So you basically can only knock somebody out if their damage goes up above a certain percent, or you're really close to the edge and you really wail.
I think it's a knockback thing. That's what it's mostly dependent on. It's how high your knockback is.
It is, but Sakurai said specifically that it's so that you could rank up a lot of damage before you knock them back. But you could be you could be close to the edge and have a lot of knockback and knock them out at a low percent.
Yeah.
Most characters, it ends up being that, where it's a damage thing, because you're not going to get high enough knockback unless your damage is higher,
Right.
But if you hit like I would be shocked if like Warlock Punch couldn't kill somebody from like 20,
like close to the edge.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's really dumb. I think that's a really stupid stage, because it's like this stage is now a game mode.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
It's like the platform in home run contest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly like that. So having this stage in rotation will be like having just a brand new game type. Yeah. And whenever there's a new stage, it gets thrown into your rotation. You have to take it out of your rotation, which is super annoying. So now when I go and make my battle arena, I need to take this stage out of the rotation. Well, I want to leave it in to play with it at least once.
Yeah,
so
give it a try.
This sucks, and then take it out.
It might wind up being not bad.
Nah, man, it's a garbage stage.
I don't see how it could be any good. There's also 50 new songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy. How did they get the licensing for 50 songs?
Well, is this all SNK songs or? All right, yeah. So if they're like, hey, we want Terry Bogard and a couple of King of Fighters characters, and why don't you just give us all your songs?
Well, so Sakurai said they went to SNK and they said, these are all the songs we like. Which ones do you think we can use? And SNK said, okay. That's what Sakurai said. He said they said yes. And he was like, all right, I guess we're taking all of these. So $5 is getting you 50 songs. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
I'm curious how the monetization works on the, like, are they paying these developers for this, or is it just a like pro bono thing with the knowledge that they know, oh, we can use this?
There is no way this is pro bono. There's no way.
Because that's crazy that every character costs the same, but there's characters like Cloud that has 2 songs, and then Terry that has 50, but all the DLC is
to
the
be
same
fair,
price.
I'm sure Cloud has a much bigger price tag than Terry Bogard.
Yeah. I think that it's a package deal. Like, like we want Terry and we want all these songs and stuff and whatever other characters that they get. Right. So part of the package, we want a couple of these songs as part of the package there, and they're like, how about all of them?
Yeah.
So that's why that went that way. But also, I mean, there's other characters that are gonna be in the game now too. All of a sudden, I think that, what are they, background characters?
Yeah, they're just background characters.
Okay. Do we have anything for that? We have the spirits, but that doesn't really count. Those are just PNGs.
Yeah, he went through all of them.
Yeah, he went through all of them.
I mean, I'm not the biggest SNK fan. Like, those characters look familiar, but I don't necessarily know their names. I only know 2 names of like the King of Fighters. I know Terry Bogard and I know Maya Shiranui. And I guess we might as well get to it. Mai Shiranui was not one of the included SNK characters in the background of the King of Fighters stage.
Oh, and here's
ZR in the chat. ZR.
Here's Sakurai talking about it. AJ won't be able to hear it. Apparently, we won't be able to hear it either. Oh wait, I muted the tab. That's
why.
Unmute. Who knows? We still might not be able to hear it.
By the way, you may have noticed that a very
we still can't hear it, but they can hear it.
Fatal Fury series was not included. Yes, Mai Shiranui. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is for good boys and girls of many different ages, so we decided not to feature her. Please forgive us.
So basically, he says the game is for good little boys and girls. Yeah. So she will not be joining us in Smash. Basically, her boobs are out.
Yeah, they are out, and her idol animation. She got big old bops. They're just clanging back and forth like those desk toys you see at your boss's office,
and and maybe your boss's office. So basically, they did not have a way to include this character without having her bops out.
Okay. There's definitely a way to include this character without having her bops out and banging back and forth.
I feel like it's a catch-22 because if you include her, people are going to rage that they did that. You know, they're like, "Oh, censorship and blah blah blah."
Yeah,
but it's like this game's rated E, dude. Like,
I know.
You can only do it with so much.
I know. Like they're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I feel like the better option would have been to put her in the game, and because her character design, like her basic character design, is not something that you can. I mean, it's a character design that you could easily like modify to still be recognizable as Maya Shiranui, but be a little less over sexualized as she typically is.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got her on screen right now, and every single picture is her with barely any clothes on.
Well, yeah, when you Google
I don't
it,
think there's any like costume alt that she has in any game that is modest in any way.
Well, no, but I mean, you.
Oh wait, here's one. No, she's in like a robe. That's it. It seems like otherwise it's just a girl with brown hair. Will you know what I mean?
Right.
Like the whole thing is the red boobs out.
Yeah. I mean, no, you could like. I feel like you could definitely.
Here's some alts, but these don't look like her.
And what everybody is bringing up, just generally, I saw a couple of people in the chat, is what about Bayonetta? But Bayonetta, they obviously toned her down, and it's easier to like tone down the fact that her hair is her clothes and stuff.
Well, yeah, because Bayonetta, like she for the most part wears a full bodysuit. Same thing with Zero Suit Samus. Yes, it's super skin tight, but it's a full bodysuit. But like Bayonetta, like she's crawling on the floor in her, victory animation. She like was able to keep her sexuality,
but her bops ain't out.
Her bops ain't out. That's the thing.
That's the problem. When in Bayonetta, when she does some of her like moves, her bodysuit is her hair, and it just comes off.
Yeah,
and that just they just removed that from Smash Bros.
Right.
That's just not a thing.
I mean, you could easily. I'm looking at like,
but then it's not her. No. It's just a girl with brown hair.
No, like you could take like. I'm looking at which character model is this from?
Also, this isn't for a playable character.
Right.
This is just for like a random background character or an assist trophy,
Yeah.
I don't even know exactly what it's for.
If it's a background character, then she can just stand there. She doesn't have to get into her usual hunched over pose, swinging back and forth.
She's not just going to stand there, dude. Back pain. That's why she's moving. She's not getting ready to fight, dude.
I'm trying to find where he actually shows like what these fighters like all the there's a lot of King of Fighters fighters that they got for this game, but they're just kind of like background characters for the level. I think
so.
Yeah, or there's some that are just Mii costumes. Like
their background characters are Mii costumes.
Yeah, so they're background characters. So there's a lot of King of Fighters characters that they have as background characters. And he's just saying Maya isn't one of them. That's it. She's just not. She didn't make it to the background. She didn't make the cut. You know what I mean?
You have to say something because, like I said, her and Terry Bogard are the two like most recognizable characters of this franchise. I mean, even when they made the stupid-ass King of Fighters movie, which, yes, there is a stupid-ass King of Fighters movie, the two most recognizable characters in it were Mai Shiranui, played by actual actress Maggie Q, and Terry Bogard, who looks nothing like the Terry Bogard of the video game.
Did she have her baps out in the movie?
No, because Maggie Q is much less well-endowed compared to this.
Bad casting. Yeah. Poor casting. He spent a long time talking about all the different characters.
Very long time. Everybody's like 45 minutes. They said no characters. It's 45 minutes though. We're getting a character. We didn't get a character.
I'm actually a little surprised. Isn't that usually how it is?
Yeah, he throws in like a cameo.
Well, usually don't we get like the new fighter and then a tease of the next fighter?
Yeah.
I feel like we've gotten that
not
every time.
When they say explicitly, we're not getting a new character, so like chill out, dude.
Did they? I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they tweeted that. They like tweeted out the announcement, hey, this is coming out, and then they replied to that and were like, no new character announcements.
But there's still one more character from this fighter pack, right?
Yep, and then we're going to get more after.
Right.
And it's gonna be Goku, right?
Clearly.
So
yeah, I'm looking at her like Dead or Alive 6 model because apparently she was in that game. You could definitely like modify this slightly. to make it like.
Oh yeah, so that's the iconic look.
But this is easily modifiable. To like,
but then will it still be her? And also, will people then be mad that they modified it?
Of course, like,
because let's not forget, she's just a background character,
right?
Like she doesn't even got to be in it.
Yeah, like I don't like any modification like is gonna like bring up some issues, but like I feel like this is a character that you can modify just enough to come close to pleasing everybody. At least she's in the game, she's represented, but she, isn't offending the ESRB so that they can maintain their E rating.
Yes.
They just passed her out for November, boys. It's okay. It's all good. Once December rolls around,
oh yeah,
right there.
Red Dan says she has a decent costume in Fatal Fury 3. Let me look that up.
Did you have to give him the Conan O'Brien nerd voice?
Yeah, because he said it in all caps, and I bet you that wasn't the first time. Oh, okay. She has like a vest.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's still like barely wearing any pants. It's the same outfit with a vest on. That's what it is.
There you go.
Oh, in the middle is connected.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know, man. I think it's just so much easier to be like, you could sit home. You don't have to come.
Yeah.
All right. There's more that happened with this update, though. We didn't just get Terry.
Yeah.
Terry's great. I'm gonna play with him more.
Yeah.
Try to figure him out a little more. I'm probably still gonna play Captain Falcon for the rest of my life, though.
Right.
And I also I need to play against him, because that's how I learn the most about a character, is when
Yeah.
I'm playing against them. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing with all these new characters.
There's too many of them.
There's too many of them, man.
Too many buttons,
Too many buttons to hit. But we got more stuff, and maybe more important stuff that came with this update. They patched some characters, but honestly, it really nothing. They didn't like patch anything too exciting. There's like
this. I disagree. I think that this patch is probably the most like pro-competitive patch that they've done yet.
Are you talking about for the characters, like what they patched for?
Yeah, because pretty much all they did.
There's not a lot of characters compared to the other updates.
But everybody that they put in here, like, it has more characters than the last patch did, and they buffed all of them instead of nerfing them. That's very unsmash Bros. Like. I
did notice that they buffed a lot of Jigglypuff. What do you think about that?
It's fine. Like, for me, the biggest thing for me is figuring out matchups. So like them buffing Jigglypuff means I'll see more Jigglypuff, so I'll learn how to fight Jigglypuff, you know? So like the more characters that are used, the better, honestly.
So we got Donkey Kong, Kirby, Jigglypuff, Robin, King K. Rool, Incineroar, and Hero. That's like not a lot.
All of those characters except for maybe Hero are like low tier. So for them to buff them is a pretty big deal.
You'd say Jigglypuff's low tier?
Yes.
King K. Rool sucks. King K. Rool is a garbage character.
Right. But again, the thing about Smash Bros. Ultimate, just in a vacuum, is that you can have the advantage just by having better matchup knowledge, right? But if we're talking like this character's tools versus another character's tools in a higher tier, that's what puts them in that position. Like the thing about Jigglypuff that makes her bad is that if you can get around her bubble and just hit her, she's dead. You know,
I think Jigglypuff's a lot like Falcon, where you could you have to be really good with the character, or else it's a low tier character, or else it's a garbage character.
And that's just every character that's in low tier. And
I don't know, man. King K. Rool just sucks. Period. King K. Rool is just a garbage character. Period. And that's
I remember trying to unlock him. He was a pain in the ass, and when I finally unlocked him, he suicided basically.
Yeah.
So
he's garbage, dude.
Hero, neutral special. After Kafriz hits a fighter or the stage and explodes, gravitational pull or pocket will have no effect on the explosion. Oh, that's like basically nothing. So that's like an item thing. Or pocket, that's one of the villager situations. Okay. none of these characters mean anything to me in this patch. Kirby's got increased attack speed.
Good for him.
Kirby
Basically across the board. Kirby didn't need anything, you said?
I said he needed it, man.
He needed it, yeah. Kirby does deserve to be a better character than he is. They banned him in earlier games.
Wow.
Because he was too good.
Just give me more.
Yeah, he was like
PT
OP in
buffs,
the
man.
original.
In the original,
Just
I don't know about
buff
Melee.
all
I don't
three
think
colors.
Melee. They didn't ban him in Melee, right? Nobody ever plays him in Melee.
No.
I guess he just sucks in Melee. A lot of people play Donkey Kong. He's low tier, you'd say?
Yeah.
see
He's
him
probably either high low tier or like low mid.
Mm-hmm.
Because Donkey Kong's not good. And the thing is, like, you'll see a lot of low tier characters in online, you know, because you could just use the lag to your advantage and just throw out hitboxes, and if you hit somebody, they're dead, you know.
Mhm.
But if you're fighting in a situation where you're not fighting the lag, you just wait for them to try to hit you and then punish their end lag, and then they're dead. You know, you just combo the crap out.
I know that Falcon versus Donkey Kong favors Falcon a lot, but I thought maybe it was just the matchup.
Yeah, no. DK's just not a great character. Maybe he's better now. Who knows?
But listen, that's not even the important part of the patch that I wanted to get to. The important part of the patch is all of the online battle arena stuff that they changed. This is the cool stuff.
Right.
Now you can set the arena to elite only, which sucks because I'm still not in Elite Smash. So please don't do that.
All mine elite only. Like Bob, no Bob allowed, and that's what we're gonna name them.
Arenas that a friend has created can now be found by going to join arena or friends arena, regardless of visibility. I also don't like that. Well, I guess you can. Well, no, regardless of visibility. I don't like that because I got a lot of friends. Will.
Yeah.
But
I don't
you
want all of
can
them seeing it
set,
sometimes.
you can set your switch so that only best friends see it. So then only best friends will see your.
You can set the what on the system level.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll just freaking do that. Never mind. I like this again.
Okay.
The host player can now change some rules without having to shut down the arena. That is amazing.
That's good. Yeah.
Because
See,
that
the thing I
was
don't
super
like
annoying.
The thing I don't like about the rules thing is even then it's selective. I was playing this earlier and we were playing on random stages, and you know how you do the stage selection. The new stage was on, and then for whatever reason WarioWare was on, and we tried to change the ban list, and you can't do that. So there's certain rules that you can't change, but you can do stuff like, you know how sometimes we'll be playing an arena and it's like, oh, let's do teams. You can change stuff like that.
That's probably the thing I would like to change the most, is being able to do team battles.
Right.
Stage strike, taking out stages though, I would want to do too.
Yeah.
And you're saying you can't do that?
You cannot.
That is dumb.
It is. And then another thing they changed is they added messages, but they're like pre-written or whatever. So it's like, hey, let's start, or I gotta go somewhere, hold on, or
I gotta go to Starbucks to get my regular coffee with almond milk and vanilla syrup.
Yep. That message is right at the top. It's the most populated one. And then also they changed, because you know how after every match starts and ends, it says match started, ended, and then they'll say whoever got however many KOs. It says what round it is, how many consecutive wins they got. So that's cool.
That's cool. And finally, they also have the option for random battlefield and Omega forms. Which was before was just either Battlefield or Omega, not both. So having both is cool, because they had that in you can have that as a rule in quick play, right?
No,
I
don't think you can. I think it's
you're right, because mine's just Battlefield.
Yeah,
but I always get matched up against people who have
regular
Omega.
Smash. I think you can do it locally.
You're right. You can do it in your rules that you set when you're fighting like the CPU and stuff, or if you're doing like a local play. So that's cool, because I would do no, I'm still gonna stick with my
it's just
competitive maps.
It's still better, yeah. Well, your competitive maps and Castle Siege.
And Castle Siege, yes, I like Castle Siege. I gotta see what tournaments have Castle Siege, because if there's one major that has Castle Siege, it's freaking legal. Damn it!
They don't do it anymore.
Do you know which one Castle Siege?
I have no idea what Castle Siege.
Castle Siege is Castle Siege is the map where you're on top of a castle. It's very small, and then it transforms into like you're down, and then like you get like sucked down into like this like sandy area, and there's like all these like weird nets and stuff. But you play it without any hazards, so it's just the castle.
Okay.
And it's very tiny, and there's one little like ramp, and the platform's like this. Mm-hmm. I like it because it's tiny, and the ramp is perfect. The fact that it's tiny and that there's a ramp it nerfs all projectile characters.
Yeah,
and
he likes it because it breaks characters that he doesn't know how to deal with.
That would be my... If I was playing a projectile character in a tournament, that's my counter pick. It's Castle Siege, you know?
Yeah. Which is why it's banned.
That's why they have counter picks, man. That's why you counter pick. But the projectile player should ban Castle Siege because they get to ban
it. It's a waste of a ban. It's a waste of a ban.
It is not a waste of a ban.
It is.
It's the ban they need to do because Bob over here with his Falcon's gonna wreck them on Castle Siege. Just how it is.
It's too much to get into during Wulff Den Live, you know? It's too much.
We'll do a whole 2-hour podcast directly to you this weekend.
Just about that. Exactly.
I think that's it. Oh, and there's like...
there's the Mii Fighters.
But there's nothing exciting, right?
No, I mean, I'm going through it now. I mean, it's... What I think is interesting is that... let me just get the list. So you get... Where the hell did it go? There it is. So you get... Nakoruru from Samurai Showdown. I know I pronounced that wrong.
You were just barking.
Yeah. Ryu Sakazaki from Art of Fighting, and Yori Yagami from King of Fighters, and those are all SNK franchises. Those are all part of the larger King of Fighters series. Mm-hmm. But then you get Akira and Jackie from Virtua Fighter, the Sega franchise.